Hello friends, so I'm making some turkey wing stew. Thought to share the recipe with you. Super simple. My turkey wings have already been cleaned thoroughly, so what I'm gonna do next is add some flavor to it. I have some seasoning and also some aromatics. Let's cut up this large onion, half a large onion to fit into our blender. Ginger, we have 1 habanero chili, 6 cloves of garlic. I also have a teaspoon of chili flakes. These are red chili flakes. I have my all-purpose seasoning, some salt, and a teaspoon of fennel seeds. All right, so we're going to blend all of these aromatics, pour them onto the blender, and give it about 30 minutes to marinate. I'm also going to add the fennel seeds, the chili flakes as well. The all-purpose seasoning will go straight onto the wings as well as the salt. We want this to blend real smooth, so let's add a little bit of water. That's sufficient. And let's blend away. All right, now our marinade is on. Let's add our salt and the all-purpose seasoning. Let's stir it up. Those fennel seeds, they are very potent. Smells so good. All right, we'll just let this sit for about 30 minutes at room temperature, and then we'll be cooking. All right, friends, time to cook the turkey wings. 30 minutes is all it took to marinate, so let's cook it.
Cooking time for the turkey is about 20 to 25 minutes. We do not want to overcook them because they will start falling off of the bone, as the turkey wings tend to be quite tender and fragile. We want to cook them through, and that will take at most 25 minutes on medium heat. And when the turkey wings are finally cooked through, the next step is to separate the broth from the turkey wings, which is an essential step for prepping the wings for deep frying.
Our turkey stew is still underway. Our turkey has now drained of all the excess moisture. It is time to fry. So into the hot oil. And what we want on these, that golden brown color. So what are we doing? We're frying the last batch. Yes, this is a lot of turkey wing stew because we're splitting it up among 2 families. So have to make a lot, and it's gonna be good, so why not? I don't want to regret making too little. The preparation of the stew has begun. I'm going to need to borrow some of this oil. Why do I say borrow? I will not be returning it, so we're just going to take some of the oil, okay? It's flavored oil, about 3 ladles full should do it. And we're preparing the stew right here in this pot. The oil is still hot. We're going to add a little bit of tomato paste. So I have 5 tablespoons, heaping tablespoons of tomato paste in here. We're going to add some curry powder right now to bloom it with the tomato paste, about a teaspoonful. It smells incredible. You know, curry powder has cumin in it. It has coriander seeds, turmeric, ginger powder. It has fennel seeds, fenugreek. So the fragrance, I mean, you can imagine. And this is what you want to see right here. So the tomato paste went from one big lump into this spreadable consistency. Perfect. It's like marmalade or jam. That's how you want it to be. Perfect. Okay, another thing we've done is we've cooked out that canned tomato paste.
Taste.
I'm using canned tomato paste today. Next, we're going to blend half of this onion with 1 red bell pepper and 1 green bell pepper. All right. Now this is our turkey broth. Extremely flavorful broth. We're blending these ingredients with it. See all the residue in there? We're going to turn it into a smooth puree. Perfect. So here we go. It looks foamy because the oil from the turkey wings emulsified with the liquid. And that's why it looks so foamy. And that's okay. It's going to split up because we're going to cook it on high heat. Or it's going to split. Let's put it that way. So we're going to cook this down just a little while longer. We'll give it about maybe 10 minutes and cook it down on medium heat. Friends, so when we blended the turkey broth with the fresh produce, it created a lot of foam. And the reason why is because the turkey broth had the fat from the turkey skin. And so something called emulsification happened. The oil emulsified. Now we cooked it down on high, screaming high heat for about 10 minutes. And now all the foam is gone. It's beginning to look like stew. All right. At some point, the oil is going to split. So there will be a separation between all the juices or the moisture and the fat. So the next thing I'm adding is my tomato-based stew. If you haven't seen the video, please take a look at it. It is a lifesaver. I have 16 fluid ounces of this that went in here. It is full of onions, aromatics like ginger, garlic, herbs. You just name it. It even has sun-dried tomatoes in it as well. So we don't need to really do much else to the stew. If you don't have this tomato-based stew already prepared, no worries. Add your preferred herbs and spices, and you'll be good to go. So just stir this in so everything is combined well. Scrape the sides of your pot. You want your cooking to be clean. And now I'm going to taste. I don't need to add any more salt. I could use a little more of our all-purpose seasoning. If you like to use bouillons, you can use that as well. And that should do the trick. About a teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning. We'll stir that in, turn the heat down to medium-low, and let it simmer until the oil is visibly splitted. I told you this was going to be simple. The oil is already starting to split, as you can see here. I'm going to throw the lid partially on. So we place the lid on just because it is starting to splatter. We don't want a big mess to clean. All right, so last step of the preparation is prepping some vegetables here, which we'll cut into chunks, and they will be going and joining our stew and the turkey wings pretty soon. Alrighty, so all of these vegetables are prepped and ready to go, but with the tomatoes, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt on them. They are the last vegetables that are gonna go in. I leave them chunky like this just because they will present that juicy sweet with a slight bit of tartness in the end. And just imagine that juiciness in each bite. Oh, absolutely to live for. All right, so the stew has been cooking on medium low. And as you can tell,
The oil has splitted.
and it is on the surface, so our stew is good to go. I have tasted already and I like the amount of salt I have in there. It's well seasoned and it's still trying to splatter. Oh Lord Jesus. Next set of vegetables are our onions and the bell peppers. Followed by our fried turkey wings. All right, next step are the seasoned tomatoes. So I'm very excited about this because I know how juicy this is gonna be and you're gonna love it. The way we were taught to cook is to cook tomatoes down, but tomatoes are also very delicious raw with a little bit of seasoning. That's why this went in last. And we're about to turn the heat off. We don't want to cook the tomatoes at all. And that's all she wrote, friends.
We're ready to serve it up, and today we chose to serve it up with some steamed rice, very simple salad, some eggs, and a dressing. And it went down very well, yes. So I hope you're inspired to try this very simple recipe. And even though it's a very simple recipe, I tell you the flavors are not so simple. They are very big flavors, all right? You will love it, especially that fresh tomato chunks in the end. Don't forget to season your tomatoes. And yeah, you will come back and thank me later. All right, friends, thanks again for watching. If you haven't left a like yet, please do so and make it a great day. And as always, have fun, especially in that kitchen. See you pretty soon on my next one. Happy cooking!